I will be telling you things that you should know before you watch Megan is Missing. But I do feel like there's some things that people should know before they watch it because, um, yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dariana Rosales, and I'm back with another video. As you can tell, my mood is a little lower than like my most videos because if you can tell by the title, today I will be telling you things that you should know before you watch Megan is Missing. The video will consist of a summary of the movie, but I will put chapters in the video, so if you are gonna watch it, you can skip it so I don't spoil it for you. Okay, so for starters, TikTok was the one that started all of this like thing about Megan is Missing. I had never heard of this movie before until TikTok. It was like going all over the place. People were saying that it was scary. So I was just like, oh, so it's like a horror movie. I used to be a big fan, like a big fan of horror movies. Like I would watch them like constantly. I remember one summer a few years ago, I would watch like 3 to 4 movies a day, and I would criticize them based on the characters in it, the lighting, the plot, the acting, everything. And people would ask me what movies I would recommend to them that are scary. But I stopped doing that because I started experiencing things that I didn't like. So I completely stopped watching horror movies. I have seen some horror movies like here and there, but if it is like up to me, I'm not up for it anymore. So I saw that TikTok was doing this like Megan is Missing thing. I'm just like, what the heck is this? Another horror movie. But then people were posting their reactions to it on TikTok. I'm just like, they started crying and stuff. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? Like, so I had no idea what the heck it was about or anything like that. The first thing you should know is don't look up images. I did what anybody would do and I Googled it, and mistake number 1, I looked up images. Don't do that unless you want to look at images of things. If you are like me, I am a very visual person, as in this is one of the reasons why I stopped watching horror movies. Is I would see a scary face and my mind would not forget it ever. To this day I could like just envision like a scary like face and like in my mind, and like it won't go away, you know. But that's the reason why I stopped watching horror movies. And in this, if you go to images, there's like this part which is like, honestly, it did scare me in the movie because I did not see it coming. But yeah, don't do that. Don't look up images if you're not prepared for that. The second thing you should know is it is not a horror movie like your typical horror movie. It is more realistic. The movie is directed by Michael Coy, and they said that the movie itself is not a true story, but it is based on true abduction stories of children. So that's scary as it is. The movie is kind of documentary style where the characters in the movie show like FaceTiming, you know, like video recordings from their phones or like video cameras. It's just a bunch of clips of them like matched together to tell the story. Basically, there's a girl and there's another girl and they're friends, and they end up going to a party because this one girl, she's popular and she goes to these parties. This one girl, she's not as popular, but she's friends with her, so this friend tells her to go with her. And they go, and this girl is doing stuff that all the other teenagers are doing in the movie. And this girl, she's not. The one girl that's like doing stuff, she talks to people online and she meets up with them. And that's what happened in the story. She was video chatting with someone online who their camera was broken, and she just kept talking to him. And then she told her best friend, who was not that popular, and like, oh look, I'm talking to this guy, and yeah. He's like, oh hi, what's your name and stuff like that. And so then one day the girl tells her friend that she's gonna meet up with the guy, and then she's like, okay, like thinking nothing of it. And so they go to meet up, and the next day she goes missing. And then they play the footage of her abduction basically by this man, and she was missing, and everybody's blaming her friend on it, and like that it's her fault and stuff. And this girl's like worried about it, and like that, no, people stopped searching for her and stuff. And so this girl started talking to the guy that her friend was talking to that is now missing, and she basically tells him, I know, like, you know something. And then he was like, you know, be quiet, you know, da 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 da. And then this girl, she goes recording because she has a video camera, and she goes recording and to like some woods and stuff. And then this dude is like behind her and abducts her too. And so he takes her to like a dungeon underground basically, and does things to her that like bro, when I was like watching it, I was just like, what the heck? Like, it made me very, very uncomfortable, and it was gross. It was disgusting. It was just what, like I said, they said that the movie itself is not true, but it's scary to think that things like this actually happen in real life. And I just think that's crazy. So the third thing you should know before you watch this movie is, if you are someone that's sensitive in the area of watching someone else suffer or pain or like graphic stuff, then if I were to rate this movie, I actually don't know what it's rated. It says it's not rated. They should rate it. If I were to rate this movie as in like from like G to like rated R or whatever is even past rated R, I would rate this a rated R just because the baseline of it is it can be very triggering to people. And if you are one of those people, like I said, that if you see someone else suffer, it hurts you, or like if you watch someone die or something like that, like, yeah. And so yeah, I would personally rate it rated R because there are parts like when he takes the girl to the dungeon that you can see stuff where when I was watching it, I was like, my jaw dropped because I was like, what the heck, bro? Like, and then I just started thinking like, this stuff really happens in real life. That's crazy. Like, I don't know. It was just very like disturbing. And yeah, like the last 20 minutes of the movie is basically like, yeah. And then there's like the barrel scene that like everybody was talking about. That's the part where I was like, what the heck? Because like I said, I'm a very visual person. The image that was shown when the dude opened the barrel, like, I was just like, what the heck? Like, I could have gone without seeing that. And then at the end, it's very like, what the heck? I just am so uneasy about this movie. I don't know. I could have gone without watching it. I hadn't seen a video where like people are telling you what it's about or like warning you and stuff like that. So I decided to make this video because of that, because I feel like people should know that this movie, you can go without watching it. It just kind of brings to reality like things that are happening in the world that we know happen, but like we don't really like take it into depth and think about it, you know. And so yeah, it's very heart-wrenching in that there were 14-year-old girls that got abducted and basically got like mistreated very, very badly. Men that do that, like, I don't know, bro. But yeah. So thing number 4 that I think you should know is you can go without watching it. If someone had made a video telling me what the heck it was about, I wouldn't have watched it because it's just images that like I can't take out of my head now. And yeah, my heart goes to like those parents that lost their kids who were abducted, and poor kids who like are vulnerable and like can't fight for themselves, that these things happen. Like, I don't know what it is that brings people to do such things, such awful things, but I'm a person that likes to understand things, and I'm a person that asks why. Like, if something happens, or if you're not supposed to do something, or if you do something, like, I like to know why. I like understanding why. And this movie, like, I'm like, why do people do that? Like, it's just sad. It's very sad. So I don't think it's a horror, as in like jump scares and stuff like that. But it is very scary as in real life based type scary. If you are going to watch the movie, you know, I can't stop you, but if you were debating on whether to watch it or not, and that you were scared, I'll tell you it's not horror as in pop-ups, but it is horror as in real life. So like, these things be happening all the time. So yeah, so that's why my mood has been low in this video, because I actually finished watching it a couple hours ago, and I'm still trying to process it, because yeah, I hope you found it informative, and that, yeah, you take precautions. If you don't get the message of the whole thing, is if you are going to be talking to someone online, please be careful. Please be careful, bro. Like, especially when they say like, oh, webcam is broken, stuff like that, or like, let's meet somewhere like that's secluded and stuff like that. That's a red flag, bro. Do not do that. Do not do that. And for my young viewers, if you are talking to someone online that they talk about like, oh, that's me, blah blah blah, if you don't know the person in real life, don't do it. And if you think they're good, okay, then tell your parents, or tell someone that's way older, as an 18 or over, that can advise you on what to do, because that is a no, bro. That is a no, no, no. If one of my brothers tells me, oh, I'm gonna meet up with this person I've never met before online, and blah 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 blah, and it's gonna be in this place, can you go drop me off? First off, no. Second, I'm not gonna drop you off anywhere. I'm gonna stick with you because of these things that be happening, and no. So yeah, be careful who you talk to online and who you are going to meet up with. Be careful, because you just have to be careful. You think sometimes that you know people's intentions, but for all you know, you actually don't. That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys found it informative, and that you guys stay safe and healthy. Please stay safe, okay? And I'll see you next time, because you'll be back. Bye.